finance cheated on me with someone at work, now she's leaving the country with him. Where to even begin? I was with her for almost 5 years, and our wedding was in 5 months. It was essentially 90% planned by her. She also planned and hosted an extravagant engagement party the year before. On a weekend we were tasting cake together and she says, "I think we have a winner." The next day she comes home from a friend's house and says it's over. Sends me an apartment listing to move out immediately. Tells me how she hates how she's dragging me along through life, how she has this burden of the house and living in a sexless marriage. It was me initiating 99% of the time and her rejecting. I tried recommending we go to counseling before, and she said no. I move out immediately because I knew I couldn't be in that house. She then tells me she's going to sell the house, the one we spent 3 years renovating for her, get rid of the pets, and move to Europe because she always wanted to work overseas. We spend a month of almost no contact. Sometimes I push for counseling, a break, anything, and she is adamant that she needs to leave. Everyone is telling me there is another man, and I definitively said no, that's not possible. She's been cheated on before, she hates cheaters and makes a big point how they're awful people. Turns out she left everything on my laptop, and I finally decided to see if there was truth. She hooked up with a colleague on her last work trip. Some guy she had a fling with before I even met her 6 years ago. Turns out he lives in Europe and she's leaving for him. When she came back from that work trip, she continued planning the wedding, she continued sending me tuxedo recommendations, we had people over for wedding cake tasting, and the entire time she was messaging him and talking about their plans together. She convinced me it was my fault and for the entire month apart, and I believed it. When I confronted her, she didn't deny it, she said it was not her intention to hurt me, and that's why it had to end so quickly. I'm still reeling from this. I don't understand the logic. Why continue planning the wedding? Why even get engaged if you were hung over a guy before you even met me? I don't understand at all. What was the point of dragging me along only to run off to some past guy? Could have just left me alone. I'm going through therapy, but I'm still just lost. Edit. I need to add this, we had a pregnancy scare earlier, and I was like, "Sweet, I want a kid." She was texting the other guy baby names.